Previously on Backroad Hero. It's possibly the start of an adventure with an E38 740i.
Lot 191, the BMW. Have a look at this one, the 740 individual. What a cracking car, look at that. 4,009 bid, provisionally sold, all done at 4,900.
Well, we had a little bit of drama where it wouldn't actually fire up. Right, so right now, at this point in time, I do not know of one thing that is not working in the car. Well then, when things start to go too well for their own good, then they fail. The journey home last night was going so well that we decided to stop off at a little pub for a celebratory drink. I got out of the car, tried to start it again when we were going home, and nothing happened. In this video, I get my wires out. Back end of the glove box. There it is, all plugged in. I exercise my reflexes. Car that was bought specifically for the... And then I go quietly insane. Nearly losing blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. So then, on to this video. What is actually wrong with my 7 Series? So if you're just jumping in on this, this car has got a full playlist, as do all the cars. You'll be able to see the Maserati 3200 GT, you'll see the Range Rover, you'll see various other bits and pieces. We even got a 1933 Morris in there. So here we have it, got it home, didn't need the RAC in the end, checked fuses and bits and pieces. I reset the battery, had a bit of a fiddle, had a bit of a rant and a rave, and general cursing. Eventually it started, we got it home. So thank God for that. Then the investigation ensued. Obviously checking all the fuses, checking the wiring, checking connections, getting the old contact cleaner out, and seeing what we could do with the whole thing. It was a right royal pain in the ass until it failed, and I was able to get the computer diagnostics on there, plugged in, and talking to the EWS unit to see exactly what was going on. With that screenshot and that snapshot, I'll put it in here, I was able to tell that the car wasn't getting the information from the keys. The EWS was fired up. I was able to talk to it and get all the faults. I was able to analyze the fact that the park in neutral was working. I was able to tell various other bits and pieces. It just wasn't getting the key codes. So I had to look a bit further upstream. It was going to either be the coil for the pickup for the keys. It could have been a dodgy key. I checked the other keys out, and they were all developing the same problem. So that was it. There is a little transponder unit in there. It reads it from the coil, it sends the information, decodes it via an AM signal to the EWS or immobilizer unit. So I suspected that. I opened up the original one, touched it with the soldering iron, and I was suspected a bit of a dry joint in there. That fixed the issue. But rather than stop there, I got a replacement unit off eBay for 21 quid and replaced that. The fault went away. I wasn't going to stop there just in case there was a random connection in the EWS unit. So I bought another used one off eBay for another 21 or 22 pounds. I bought an AK90 programming unit, and then I cloned the new unit off the existing one. Just flashed the chip and plugged it in, and lo and behold, it all worked. So we've got a different module picking up the code signal, and we've got a different EWS immobilizer in there. It all starts and runs, and I'm delighted with that. You might see I've upgraded the headlights. We've got running bi-xenons now. I've upgraded the grille. I didn't like the grey inserts, they were fading a little bit, so we did that. We still got to go through the car and the suspension to get all that sorted yet. So far, I'm just delighted that it's running and doing what it does. The double glazing, which is an option on this car, makes it supremely quiet. The slightly smaller alloys of this era make it really, really comfortable. It's a non-sport version, so we're running original suspension. It all seems good. There's still a little knocking from the rear. I suspect it's just a drop link, but generally speaking, it's a cracking bit of kit. I'm so delighted. I haven't spent that much on it. It just needs a good clean now, upgrade of the infotainment system, and well, let's go and have a look inside and see how we're getting on with that. So inside I have fitted a streaming Bluetooth hands-free unit. I've yet to put the microphone up here yet for the hands-free car phone. So thanks to everyone that has responded on social media. I put a call out to see whether I should replace the head unit with an all singing, all dancing kind of Extron's 10.25 touchscreen Android unit to have CarPlay and all the rest of it in navigation. Or should I just upgrade the original glorious telly that's in here? The analog TV, of course, is useless because we're all digital here in the UK these days. So how could I best utilize that? I found a little unit through AliExpress. It's on its way and I'll get it fitted as soon as I can. That should give me full CarPlay with a little controller to get through it. Of course, most CarPlay units are touchscreen. I need a way of being able to select the icons, etc., etc. I'm kind of fingers crossed. I'm going to put that into the AV in for the reverse camera through the TV unit. I'm then going to use that hands-free streaming unit that I have already fitted with an auxiliary input to drive it stereo through the CD emulator effectively in this. So all a bit complex. I'm going to have to switch the reverse camera to ground by a switch in order to get it enabled on the telly. But this way I keep all the original equipment and I kind of upgrade it, piggyback it on the back. So the car can be returned to absolutely standard specification if need be. I had thought about putting the digital TV tuner in this as well. They replace the insides and you can put digital TV, but how often do you actually watch terrestrial TV these days? It's all YouTube, thank God, and everything else in streaming media. So that is the plan there. Out at the rear, you'll notice some new tail lights. The other ones had the white or clear indicators, and they were all broken. One was actually filled with water as well. You'll notice the N111, it means nothing, but the BRH is the Backroad Hero. So this is the first Backroad Hero YouTube car that was bought specifically for the channel. Two cracked lenses, a little bit of a shunt here in the corner. So no chrome as it's a shadow line on this, but we replaced all the black inserts. It looks really, really well now. Obviously a bit more difficult to see during the day, but there is the bi-xenon conversion, both for the main beam and for the dipped. Of course, here in the UK you can do it as long as the headlamp washers are working. That'll pass the MOT apparently, but time will tell. Let's get in under the bonnet. So all is still well. This needs a new gasket. I've got one of those. I looked at getting a new cable. They're over 50 quid. Not really sure whether I'll just be upsetting things or not. And of course I've been in the lights area. No nasty leaks. What I have noticed though is the windscreen washers aren't working, but the deep clean section of it is. So at least we've got some way of actually cleaning the windscreen as well as the lights. So no real nasty surprises there. I checked the pressure in the air conditioning system. That all seems good. It needed a light regas, just enough to top it up, but that was surprising. So hopefully when we get to the summertime, we'll see whether it's actually working or not. There we go. So the engine's running sweetly. There's no nasty noises, and thank God the chain guides for the timing chain aren't rattling away. They kind of make them a chocolate or brittle biscuit or whatever you want to call. So maybe we'll touch wood and cross our fingers, and hopefully all will be well. So well impressed with that. I obviously haven't detailed anything yet. It's still all looking a bit dusty. So we've got a wind screen pump. It's down in the wheel well area, so I'll have to get into there at some stage. 4 good tires. You may well have noticed I've changed the center caps. I've gone all black. I was going to remove all the kind of colour as I've done with the obviously with the indicator lights, front and back. Sorry about the state of it, folks, but we've just been out and enjoying it, and obviously the blacked out indicators in the light. So it's looking really well. I'm well impressed. The badge is a little bit worse for wear there, but actually some stickers will go over on that. So the last time we were out, we did a quick run down to Buckingham, just to the garden centre there, and the car let us down. So got the diagnostics. I'll put a little picture in here, and it turns out that this is the EWS transmitter receiver down the side of the steering column. We weren't getting any communication between this unit and this unit, which is the main EWS unit. So this is in behind the glove box. I've got it all removed for investigation. So what I've done is I have cloned the original EWS unit. This is a one from eBay, just to make sure that that has been done and replaced. I put in a replacement unit here, sender receiver unit, and it seems to have cured the problem. Touch wood. We'll see how we get on from here. The important thing for me is, though, that the car is avoiding that no crank, no start condition. That was paramount, and that's really all I've been working on, apart from the lighting bulb upgrades and the rear light clusters as well. It's going to be a slow process. I spanner most of my cars, except when they need specialist work, and maybe slightly newer, like the Alfa Quadrifoglio. It's probably better off going and having a full Alfa service history. If you haven't seen that playlist as well, you might go and see that. 500 horsepower plus through the back wheels. That's a lot of fun. Also got the E46 Racer channel and a 2001 E46 race car as well. So if you're interested in BMWs in general, or me going around tracks, and I rebuilt that E46 suspension, bushes, everything. I think there's 40 something videos on that channel, should you want to go and see that. Right, well, I'm off now to the pub, of all places. All the best now. Bye-bye.